Gents, can I trouble some of you, please? There's some spare seats at the front. If you just move forward, because at the back they've run out of chairs. So as they come in, they'll be able to sit without disturbing the program. It's not a very long program, don't worry. It's very fun. There's going to be some demonstrations. There's going to be a bit of banter. It's all good. Okay, please come forward. Thank you. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Let's start with a nice loud salawat. It's so nice to see so many familiar faces. I know many of you have been taking part in the Fajr workouts, which have been crazy. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's nice to see that you have turned up after those workouts. You haven't died or got injured and you're still smiling. Okay, you're limping a little bit, but you're here. Alhamdulillah. Okay, Salu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. My elders, uncles, aunts, brothers, sisters, mentors, servants, shining lights of the community. It is an absolute honor to be speaking with you today here in this fabulous complex, and I really mean that, absolutely fabulous complex and a wonderful location here in Mombasa. It's my first time here. My name is Ashiqali Damani. I have been a Stanmore Jamaat member for 29 years, and I've been a health and physique transformation coach for the last 4.5 years. What I teach my students has taken me 7 years of hard studying, research, and experience in the world of nutrition and well-being. My program has changed the lives of over 150 community members. Community members, yeah? Outside community members I haven't counted. Many of whom you actually know personally. I know. I'm looking around the room and I can see. And many of you are sitting here because your relatives or your loved ones have graduated from our program and have been very successful. Today, I'm going to cover just a few things. I'm not going to bore you, but we are going to share a very nice transformation story. And certainly if you want to hear more stories or see more, we have our YouTube channel with some more stories on there, and we've got plenty of transformation photos of people that you will definitely recognize. So, transformation stories. Number 2 is we are going to highlight our current day health issues. Number 3 is I'm going to guide you on how you can increase your strength with these things, okay? Might look very trivial, but I'm going to show you how you can increase your strength in your older age and give you information out about the program, because we've had lots of people that have asked. And finally, we will finish with question and answer, okay? It won't take very long. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. We are mind, body, and soul. Our bodies are an amana from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we have a duty to look after it and to use it and to maximize the servitude towards our Creator and His creation. Our communities, our fellow brothers and sisters, our families, our parents, our children, and our spouses. Imam Ali alayhi salam, Allah salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad, he says, our bodies are like a mount. If you take care of it, it will carry you. If you burden it, it will throw you. Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam, Allah salli ala, has said, health is a blessing that is hidden. It is only known when it is lost. My dear community members, you will never have more time and less responsibility than right now. I've come here to urge you to take action. As I mentioned yesterday, Ahsan, you can have 1,000 problems in life, but once you have a health problem, then you've only got one problem. One of many community members that did have health issues and weight issues was Sheikh Mustafa Jafar, originally from Mombasa, now residing in Birmingham. And I'm going to share with you his story. I have it on YouTube here. The network connection is not very good here, so I'm going to try my best and hopefully it doesn't fail. Abbas, if you can zoom in on the video that I'm about to play, please. I want you to listen very carefully to his story, inshallah. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad.
મારું નામ મુસ્તફા જાફર છે. હું જ્યારે મોમ્બાસાથી પાછો આવ્યો ત્યારે મારું વજન 96 કિલો હતા, 96 કિલોસ. અને આજે 11 મહિના પછી, 11 મહિના પહેલા ચાલુ કર્યો મેં આ પ્રોગ્રામ. આજે 11 મહિના પછી મારું વજન હવે લગભગ 74 કિલો છે, એટલે લગભગ 22 કિલો ઘટી ગયો 11 મહિને. આ પ્રોગ્રામ જે આશિકલી ચલાવે છે, એ પ્રોગ્રામની અંદર કોઈ જાતની બાંધન નથી. જે ખાવાનું હોય ખાતા રહીયો. આજે મને જે ચીજનો શોખ હતો, જે ચીજ મને ગમતો હતો, કોઈ ચીજની પાબંદી નથી, કાંઈ બંધ નથી કર્યો, બધું ખાઉં છું. પ્રોગ્રામમાં ખાલી હોશિયાર રહેવાનું છે કે ક્યારે ખાઉં, કેટલું ખાઉં, કેવી રીતના ખાઉં. જે આશિક આપણે સમજાવીને સાથે કરાવશે અને એમાં કોઈ જાતનું ઓલું નથી કે આ કરો ને આ ન કરો. હું જ્યારે આ પ્રોગ્રામને જોઈન થયો ત્યારે મને એમ થયું કે એ લોકો મને હવે કહેશે, આશિક મને કહેશે કે આ ખા ને આ નહીં ખા ને આ આટલા વાગે ખા, આ બાફીને ખા ને આ તરેલું નહીં ખા. મેં રમઝાનમાં એ તરેલું ખાતો તો બધું હું હજી કરતો આવ્યો છું. આ પ્રોગ્રામની અંદર હું સૌથી વધારે જે ચીજ નોટિસ કરું છું કે જે મને ફાયદાકારક થયું છે એ છે કે હું મારી જિંદગી આખી બદલી ગઈ છે. કારણ કે આ વજનનો ખાલી સવાલ નથી કે આ બહુ જાડો હતો હું ને વેસ્ટ બહુ વધારે છે, કમર બહુ લાંબી બહુ મોટી છે, ખાલી એનો સવાલ નથી. આ સવાલ છે પોતાની જિંદગી. અને એ જિંદગીની અંદર હું કેટલો આળસુરો હતો, કેટલો એક્ટિવ હતો, કેટલો સુઈ જતો હતો, કેટલું મન નહોતું થતું કામ કરવાનું. ઘણી ફેર એમ થાય કે આ કામ પછી હું કરીશ, યા તો આ કામ ઉકલે નહીં, એવી રીતના મને થતું હતું. કારણ કે વજન વધારે હતું. જ્યારે આ પ્રોગ્રામ ચાલુ કર્યો મેં ત્યારે એ વજન ઘટ્યું તો એક બાજુ, પણ સાથે સાથે ઓચિંતાનો હું જોયો કે હું બધું કરી શકું છું. હવે મગજની અંદર એવી રીતના મને થાય કે નહીં, હવે મને આ કરવું છે, હું કરી શકું છું ને ખુશી રાજીથી કરું છું. મહેનત હોય, તકલીફ હોય તો એ લેવામાં હવે બે વિચારીને કરો. આશિકલીની એક આદત મને બહુ ગમી, એક રીત એની જે કામ કરવાની છે કે અમે બધાએ કે જે એની સાથે છીએ એ કઈ નંબર નથી એના અલાવા કે આજે આ નંબર છે ને આ ફલાનો આ જે કોન્ટ્રાક્ટ છે કે મને આ કરવાનું છે ને એને આ કરવાનું છે, એવું કઈ નથી. એ જયારે તમે એને જોઈન કરશો ને ઇન્શાલ્લાહ જોઈન કરશો જેને જરૂર હશે, ત્યારે તમે જોશો કે એ દિલથી દગશથી કામ લે છે કે જેની અંદર એ તમારે પર્સનલ જોઈ કે કેટલું તમે આગળ વધો છો, કેટલું કામયાબી થાય છે, કેટલું નુકસાની થાય છે, કઈ જગાએ તમે જરૂર છે મદદથી, એ બધી તમે વાત તમારી સાથે દિલથી એક વન ટુ વન વાત કરશે. અને એની અંદર તમે રસ આવશે, કારણ કે એ તમારી સાથે પર્સનલ ટચ નાખી અને તમારી સાથે વાત કરશે. જ્યારથી હું આ પ્રોગ્રામ ચાલુ કર્યો છું, સૌથી વધારે જે ચીજ મને ફખર લાયક છે, જેનો મને હવે ગમત છે ખરેખર, કે હું જ્યારે આ પ્રોગ્રામ ચાલુ કર્યો ત્યારે મારી કમર 44 ઇંચ હતી. મોમ્બાસાથી જ્યારે પાછો આવ્યો ત્યારે ત્યાં નવા પાટલો લીધો હતો, 44 ઇંચ વેસ્ટ હતી મારી. આની અંદર તમે અગર જો વિચાર કરતા હો તો જોવો નહીં કે આ ક્યારે શરૂ કરું, કારણ કે આ આશિકલીનો જે પ્રોગ્રામ છે એ પ્રોગ્રામ એજ નથી જોતો, જેન્ડર નથી જોતો, કે નર કે નરી નથી જોતો, કે બુઢો કે બચ્ચો નથી જોતો. આ પ્રોગ્રામ અમે અમારી જિંદગીને કેવી રીતના સુધારવું, અને જેટલા વર્ષો બાકી છે જિંદગીના, કોઈને ખબર નથી કેટલા વર્ષો બાકી છે, એ જિંદગીમાં ક્વોલિટી આપવું કે જેના કારણે સવારના ઉઠે ત્યારે ખુશી રાજીથી ઉઠે, ખબર હોય કે આજે આઈ એમ ફ્રેશ ને મને જે કરવું છે એ કરી શકીશ. એ મગજથી, એ એટીટ્યુડથી આપણે અમારી જિંદગી સુધારી શકીએ. તો માટે મારો એક જ સંદેશો છે બધાને કે તમે અગર વિચાર કરતા હો કે આશિકના પ્રોગ્રામમાં સાથ લ્યો કે સાથે જોઈન કરો, તો પછી એમ ન વિચાર કરો કે કેવી રીતના ને કરે કે ના કરે, વિચાર કરો કે ક્યારે કરવું છે, ક્યારે શરૂ કરવું છે. જેમ જલ્દી શરૂ કરશો એમ જલ્દી તમારી જિંદગીમાં સુધારો જોશો તમે.
Salaat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. The typical weight loss and improved health methods, by the way, in the West that they typically advocate will not work with our culture. I've spoken to a lot of you who have actually tried to go on this weight loss journey. Some of you have been successful, some of you have had challenges, some of you have done it, but now it seems to be you're in a space where you need a little bit more guidance. We are not going to become gym goers overnight. Neither are we going to count calories, let's be honest. There is no way that you're going to plug into a time-wasting app the food that you normally eat or count the calories of such food. I'll give you an example. You're telling me you're going to pick up a mobile phone and plug into that you've had today. You've had mandazi, you've had barazi, and then you had a bit of kitumbwa after that, and then you had cereal for dessert, and then you washed it down with madaf nupani. If you're able to put that into MyFitnessPal or a similar app, please show me. It doesn't work with our culture. We know our culture, okay? We know the ins and outs of how we live and our lifestyle. What we all need actually is a proven solution, like you heard from Sheikh Mustafa. We need a proven solution that will actually change our lives forever. And when I say we, what do I mean? Who do I mean? South Asians are 4 times more likely to develop type 2 diabetes than white Europeans, even if they're not overweight. And you know, they talk about BMI, right? When you go and see a doctor, what do they talk about? BMI, how tall are you? How much do you weigh? So then so many times, I've lost count how many times this happens when I have a discussion with people. They're like, you know, my BMI is this, I need to bring it down. It's archaic. And South Asians typically develop type 2 diabetes 10 years earlier and at a lower BMI than other ethnicities. You know that for many years, we would say, okay, normal body weight, them compared to us is not the same. We have nearly 70% higher risk of dying from diabetes-related heart attacks and strokes compared to the other populations. You know, there was a community screening in Dar es Salaam recently that found up to 30% of Khojas screened either diabetic or pre-diabetic, often without symptoms. And this is 3 times higher than even the general Tanzanian population. So what do we typically see? It's called skinny fat syndrome, where we have a belly to lose, but it seems the rest of your body seems okay and you're quite skinny, okay? That we have poor insulin sensitivity and we have fatty liver disease. You know, for those people that drink alcohol, when they do that, they're smashing their livers. And the liver is a very important organ when it comes to getting healthy and losing weight. In fact, I'm going to give you a bit of insight here, okay? So the way the body loses weight, it will go in a particular sequence. So it will actually use up all the alcohol first in your body. Then it will say, oh, I need more energy. So then it goes after the sugar in your body. And then it uses all that up. And then it goes after the carbohydrates in your body. And then finally, it will attack the fat. Sounds a bit unfair, doesn't it? But can you imagine? We are not even alcohol drinkers, and we are 10 steps behind those that do drink alcohol. In fact, we have what? We have developed something called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. I'm sure you've heard of this when you go to the doctors. Unfortunately, I'm seeing so many people nodding at me that it sounds as if the doctor has told you directly, we need to take action, please. So why is this happening? Where are we going wrong? How can we stop dying early? How can we lose the body fat? How can we reverse fatty liver disease? How can we reverse diabetes, of which we have done with many people on our program? How can we help those ladies in our community that have got PCOS, irregular cycles, high blood pressure? I want to fix it. My doctor's only given me a gori to eat. What am I going to do? High cholesterol, high blood pressure, skin issues, inflammation, psoriasis, migraines, erectile dysfunction, sugar cravings, low mood, low energy. You think these are all disparate issues, yeah? These are one and the same thing because of insulin resistance, let me tell you. Here's my opinion on it. 85% of it is to do with nutrition. The rest of it is to do with movement. You know, even whilst I've been here, it's quite funny, yeah? I'm not bashing you guys. It's a very common thing, but people ask me, okay, Ashiqali, you've showed me this exercise and that one. Please, Bana, what's the best one for the belly? Just tell me the best one for the belly. Khalas, then I go home. I said, the best exercise for the belly is go to the kitchen. Fix whatever's happening in the kitchen. Abs are made in the kitchen. So really, honestly, I believe that 85% of fat loss is to do with nutrition, and the rest is enjoying your movement. Okay? But to truly combat this holistically, I'm telling you, it is not just about, you know what, I'm going to go on a diet. Don't do that. It's short-lived. It will work for about 4 to 6 weeks, maximum 2-3 months, and you'll be back to square one. Instead, our program addresses all the aspects, just as you heard Sheikh Mustafa say, all the aspects that overarch food and exercise. Examples: sleep, stress, emotions, hormones, especially for ladies, digestion, scheduling. If you get good at planning, half the battle won. And finally, where we can really help as well, which is accountability. Now, with regards to nutrition, I'm going to talk about now strength, okay? Because this is a topic that's come up again and again. This wasn't going to be part of my speech, actually, but I've spoken to so many of you over the last few days. So many of you are complaining about joints and places in your body where you are really struggling, okay? And I've seen it when we've been doing the gym sessions. So I'm going to talk about strength as well. I will give you information on our program, don't worry, and then we can close for Q&A. I told you it would be short. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. We need to get strong, okay? Why do people above the age of 65 fall down so much more? Why? You probably all know somebody, a loved one, that has suffered from a fall, or maybe you have. Why do women fall disproportionately more than men? Let's start with why falls even happen in the first place. Because we all lose something in our youth that we have taken for granted. And no, it's not balance. It's actually reactivity. Okay? It's reactivity. Uncle, catch. Wa mashallah. The uncle at the front, I threw a cap at him. I don't know if you missed that. I threw a cap at him, and mashallah, he caught it first time. He caught it first time, but I'm going to ask him a question. Uncle, which hand was the first to make contact with the cap that I threw? Oh, you notice right hand. Some people, when I throw an object at them, they're like, well, I don't know. I was just trying to protect myself. You threw it at my face. But really, he's not focusing on which hand he used first. What he's focusing is on protection, whether he will hurt his face or he's about to fall on the floor. How many muscles, ligaments, and tendons did it take for him to catch the hat? He doesn't know. All he knows is that he's trusting the design of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that that hand is going to protect him. And in the same way, when we are about to fall, the same thing happens. Here I need a volunteer. Qasim, I'm looking at you, but maybe I will pick someone else. I need a volunteer, please. Someone at the front. Okay, because no one else has picked their hand up. Okay, so please, if you can stand up and just face the wonderful pitch and track that we've got here. Okay, and I'm going to push him. Okay, sorry, Kaz. Are you okay? You know this is my childhood friend. Yeah, I get really emotional if I ever hurt him. Are you okay? I'm fine. He's fine. Wonderful. Okay, you can step back down. That was it. See? Now, with that, look, he did not fall over. And again, he's not triple thinking about which foot it's going to be when he breaks his fall. What he is doing is trusting the fact that he's got plenty of mechanics in his feet to save his fall. He doesn't know this, but in his one single foot, he has 29 muscles. Can you imagine? In his one single foot, he has more than 30 tendons. In his one single foot, get ready for this one. This one blew me away. He's got over 100 ligaments. So in that moment where I pushed Qasim, he was able to save himself, but all of those mechanisms are working together in tandem perfectly because of the design. We must strength train in order to make sure that we are protecting our reactivity muscles, not balance. Because what it is, Qasim, as well as everyone else, what we have in our feet and our other muscle groups is something called type 2 muscle fibers. These need to be strengthened over time. After the age of 30, it is not that we just go, also exercise karo. After the age of 30, we need to be getting stronger. It's not like these youth, you know, when I've been going to the gym, they pack it out, yeah? They really are utilizing it nicely and they're using the machines, mashallah. But actually, we should be packing it out. Everyone that's over the age of 30, it becomes more important. For these guys, it's less important right now. They will become strong. After the age of 30, we should be maxing out those gym memberships. For women, they lose even more of their bone density and muscle over time. And the best way to protect and preserve our muscles is through strength training and resistance training. So like I said, getting strong is not a young thing. It's not true. It's not a young thing. It's actually more important as we age. None of us are trying to look like Shah Rukh Khan. None of us are trying to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. But functional training, as it's known, is very different to bodybuilding. Mobility training is very different to bodybuilding. Stability training is very different to bodybuilding. And so much that we can strengthen, we can do without the need of weights. We can do isometric holds, as it's known, or we can do these type of exercises with the bands. So whether you are walking, swimming, hiking, paddle, pickleball, tennis, basketball, football, volleyball, whatever it is, these are great ways to increase your fitness. Great ways to increase your fitness. But the message I have to you today, especially if you are feeling weak or you need to strengthen certain parts of your body, is this. You do not run to get strong. You get strong to run. And mashallah, so many of you are using the track to do daily walks. God bless you. I'm going to say the same thing to you guys as well. You do not walk to get strong. No, you need to get strong to walk. So even if you're doing daily walks and you're enjoying it, no problem. Okay? But this, please don't come to me and say, Ashiqali bana, you know, have ho buddho take yo. This is not for me. I don't want to hear it, because with these things, with resistance bands, there is so much that's possible. Bhajan, can you hold the mic whilst I demonstrate this, please? And my brother here was telling me earlier about was it your mother? Who was having issues with leg pain, knee pain. And we had a discussion. He was telling me the same thing. Doesn't matter how old you are or how restricted you feel. I've got a frozen shoulder, bana, 2 knee replacements. I don't want to hear it. We have had hundreds of people on our program using things like this to become stronger. And you might think, well, this is just a band. Have a look at these things afterwards. I've brought so many packets, you can purchase them. They're very cheap. You can purchase them in Tanzanian, Kenyan shillings, pounds, dollars, whatever it is. Afterwards, they come in a packet, 5 of them, in a nice bag, and you can practice these from anywhere. Go on holiday, ziyara, take these bands with you. Okay, traveling all the time, it's just excuses. It's time to take action. If I go like this between my wrists here, I do this for a few seconds. I'm telling you, Bana, this is already hurting my shoulders. Oh, just my shoulders? No, you can do so much. Here, let me put it like this. I can do a bicep curl. Right or wrong? Yeah. If I do like this, I can do my triceps. If I do like this, I can do overhead press and do my shoulders again. I could be here all day showing you the leg exercises. If I put this here, look, there, it's doing my lower back. All you need to learn is good form, correct form, link with the trainer, come to the gym, speak to the people that have used these things, and do the daily exercises. I don't know what video to follow. I don't know what. Ask me. We've done all these videos. We've got hundreds of them. Kali, switch it on your mobile phone, switch it on the TV, follow along at home. If you're finding this too easy, don't worry. You can go up the color bands and it gets more and more difficult. Oh, you graduated from the bands? No problem. Then we can start talking about gym. So this is how we slowly progress. Ahsan, thank you so much. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. So, health issues, we need to tackle it. We need to take action. We need to be at the forefront. We are the lovers of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. No excuses. Health, we need to be at the forefront. Strength. Guys, okay, Please, of course, nutrition is one thing. Get strong. That was my second message. Finally, how can we take part? What is this program about? How come every Khoja from Arusha to Mombasa to Dar es Salaam, we have people in Comoros Island, how come they're joining this program? What's going on? Don't worry. So if you have questions about it, I will share. Okay? So how have all these people managed to do it? Let me cover that off first. 3 parts. Number 1 is you have to start with awareness and education. So giving you a training course to understand nutrition, your own body. Yes, you have to understand your own body more. Digestion, exercise, and above all else, you have to allow me and my coaches to get inside your luggage and change the mindset. Even if it's drip feed. There is too much to teach you. And right now, there is so much that you don't know that you don't know. You need to trust our judgment, and you need to learn the things that we're going to give you, because it will go through to the next generations. Number 2 is accountability. So with sleep, you're tracking your physique, tracking your body stats, tracking your activities, and even tracking every single part of your nutrition. We know how to do it smartly, okay? So all of that will be tracked. So first one was what? Education, we have to teach you. Number 2, accountability. Number 3, coaching. A dedicated personal coach will instill the confidence in you that you require, give you the tailored exercises, because we're not just going to give everyone the same 100 exercises. You might need to train your shoulder. You might need to train your ankle. You might have a really a lot of lower back pain. It's dependent. So we will give you tailored workouts. And it's really supporting your overall well-being, like having a friendly buddy next to you to guide you all along the way. So how can you contact me and my team? It's dead easy. Already, I hope, on the WhatsApp groups and the broadcast lists, I have shared my contact details. For the ladies, there is a lady coach that is part of our team, yielding amazing results. Zora Samar, her telephone number is on the groups as well. You can just message us directly. You can follow us on Instagram, Thrive with Age, or you can go to our website, thrivewithage.co.uk. All the information, all of it is there, okay? How much is it? How does the plan work? How long do we need to say? All of it, all the information is there. However, there's one bit of information which is not there, and hopefully this is going to be good news to you all. Being a community member from Mombasa, can I get a discount? This I've heard quite a lot in the last couple of days, okay? Please don't worry. When you fill in the interest form, just write in there Africa promo, and I promise you, we will do our level best to look after you. This is an exclusive offer, genuinely, that we're only giving the Mombasa Jamaat members. So if you would like to join us, change your life forever, fill in the form and put there Africa promo, and that will be it. So I'm going to talk a little bit about cultural foods and then we close. Because when it comes to nutrition and cultural foods, I know what you're thinking. Please don't worry. You're like, Ashiqali, Vipi Bana. You don't understand our cultural food here, right? What about this mandazi and barazi and all this stuff that we're having after Fajr? You're telling me all of that's going to go away? No, you heard it from Sheikh Mustafa. It's not going to go away. But I have a few ideas that came to my mind. I thought, let me write these down and I will share with you. Barazi and mandazi, can we have it every day? Listen, sometimes every now and then swap it out. For what? There's so many nice alternatives. I'm just going to read them out, yeah? Because I've come up with a list. I'll read them out. If anyone didn't catch all of these, you can certainly watch it afterwards on YouTube. Barazi and mandazi, swap this out for eggs and tomato. So you can do like scrambled eggs and tomato and even put meat pieces in it. Every now and then swap it out for something like that. So tasty, so nice. Puri and bhajia. You could do like grilled mung chilla and air fry the bhajia instead. Why not? What about mitti chai? You're going to take away my mitti chai? No, have it, no problem. Every now and then have masala tea with some cinnamon. Swap it around a little bit. Instead of putting actual sugar, put stevia instead. If you don't know these things, come and ask me. I will guide you. What about mithai? Don't worry, have mithai, no problem. Every now and then, have the khajur with some nuts in it. Go and appreciate that Allah has given us how many variations of khajur. Go and taste the beauty of these things. Fizzy drinks, soda pio. Soda, no problem. Every now and then, no problem. But actually swap it out for something like watermelon juice. MashaAllah, the fruits and vegetables here I can only dream of. In the West, oh my God, sorry, I'll go off piste here. Today, I'm going to call her out. Tasnim Kaki auntie gave me lunch for today. And in the dessert box, she gave me slices of mango. I tell you, it just tasted like Jannah. You guys are so spoiled here. Please. As I was saying the other day, yes, I'm sure you've heard me umpteen times now. If it grows from a tree, if you're able to pluck it from a tree, or it grows from the ground and it doesn't have a label on it, it's probably very good for you. So take advantage of all these natural, organic sources of food, please. Okay? So swap it out, whether it's watermelon juice or having the actual watermelon itself. Masala chips, can we? Yes, no problem, every now and then, fine. But go and enjoy actual potatoes. Go and swap it out for sweet potatoes every now and then. Another one is please embrace more vegetables. More vegetables and fish. Look where you guys are located. You're located right near the coast. Dar es Salaam, I'm going to give them the same message. Have fish, not just once in a blue moon. Once, twice, even 3 times a week. High in omega-3. So good for your body. You have no idea. The list goes on. We have alternatives. We have ideas. We've got strategies. We've got so many of these things that we can guide you on. Okay? Now, before we stop for Q&A, I just want to share a token of thank you to all the people that have hosted me here and really looked after me. I'm going to call you out. Sorry. The Kaki family, thank you so much. The Qasim family, thank you so much. Sajjad Taki and his family, oh my God, thank you so much for all the hosting. It's been beautiful. And beautiful people, beautiful personalities, beautiful facilities. Guys, please use them. So truly, I've had a wonderful time here. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all abundantly. Asante sana. And I will stop for questions. Thank you so much. Ahsant. Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Yes, please. Yes, Q&A. I don't know if we have another roaming mic. Could we try? Does this one work? Does that one work? Okay. Would you mind shouting out and then I will repeat? Is that okay? If you can shout out your question, then I can. Let me come there. Abbas, you're able to turn the camera? Okay. I understand a little bit.
Can I ask you in Kutchi or you prefer English? Can you, you did not mention, I think you didn't mention about the timings. What time you need to eat, especially dinner, before you go to sleep.
Okay. What time should I eat? What time should I close it? What about dinner? Should I have a cutoff time? Okay. Now, there is no set rule when it comes to timing. But if you want to lose weight, there is a concept of playing with your metabolism. So what we need to really be getting good at is being in control of our emotions and our decision making when we eat and when we don't eat. And this takes some time. I will be able to train you in this and coach you in this. However, having said all of that, there are certain objectives where actually you should eat late at night or you should finish early. Okay, but it's very dependent. But overall, especially with the culture and the practice that I've seen here, I am going to say something quite generic, which is all of you need to bring your dinner time earlier. It is too late. You're having your dinners too late. There are certain people I've spoken to, they said, I've completely stopped. I have a cutoff time at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, mashallah. I would urge you all to practice something similar. Speak to the family and understand and try and decide what time is your cutoff time. Even thereafter, what I would highly suggest is going for a very short walk. This is very good for regulating your blood sugar levels and thereafter bringing your insulin levels down. This will help with insulin resistance. This will help with accelerated weight loss and you will feel much better. And who wants to go to sleep with a heavy stomach? We even have hadith about these things. Okay. Was that an answer to the question? Ahsant. Okay. We had a few more at the back. Gee. The questions all good? Yes.
Okay, my question was that you mentioned about sleep. What's the maximum time one should sleep? Hours?
Sleep. Wow. Okay, I got some bad news. When it comes to weight loss, feeling fantastic, energy levels, even training in the gym, all of these factors and the things we need to think about here, the biggest factor in making that change is nutrition. But unfortunately, the one that comes right after that is sleep. It is where you are going to reset a lot of the internal issues that are occurring with your organs, and it's actually one of the main times where you lose your body fat, believe it or not. Okay, so yes, we can lose it through burning calories and a calorie deficit, and we can talk about that because it's a bit flawed, doing walking, hiking, whatever exercise. But even if you were to do that, do you know where the majority of that happens? It's actually whilst you sleep. So to answer your question, what is optimum? Whilst you are in a phase where you are trying to lose the weight and get fit and feel better, you need to really target between 7.5 and 8 hours of sleep per night. Now, I know the classic questions, okay? Does it really matter what time? Can I have a bit of a siesta and a nap in the afternoon? You can, no problem. Try and total it up. You know, a lot of people also, I do namaz shab and I remember you, but I go to sleep, and don't worry. You can total it up, but as long as it's about 7.5 hours. Now, you might be thinking, you might be okay, brother, but somebody in the crowd might be thinking, Ya Allah, I only have 5 hours sleep. You want me to go to the... No. If you are at that stage where you're like, you know, bro, I can survive with like 4 or 5 hours sleep, you know, I'm like some of the ulama, I'm like, no. If you're at that stage, at least for now, increase it a little bit. Go from 4 hours to 5 hours. Start getting strict like that, because it's all about habit building, okay? Habit building. I will mention this because it's linked. Brother, did that answer the question, yeah? Great stuff. Habit building, very important, because you must be thinking, but you want me to, change my life and flip it upside down? No. What we are doing is not advocating a short-term diet or a fad program. No, it's not like that. What we need to do is change the habits, aste, so it becomes a standard. And then a standard becomes an identity. And then once it becomes an identity, look at Sheikh Mustafa, Akhtar Jafar, all these people. They're graduated. They don't need my help now. Once they've graduated, what's happened? When you go and speak to them now, they say, it's a changed identity. They've changed their lifestyle because we've got into their heads. It requires a mindset change. Uncle, do you drink alcohol? Why not? Why not? It's haram. Okay, but what if even your mother forced you to drink alcohol? Would you drink? I wouldn't take it. There you go. See, I would not do it. He's talking from an identity perspective. If I said to Qasim, I want you to smoke a cigarette. No, I don't smoke. That's his identity. So we need to get to a point where brother was asking, how many hours? And he might be thinking, cool, I'm only sleeping 4 hours. He needs to get to a point where he's saying, I sleep 7.5 hours because that's who I am. Once we're at that stage, then we have very high level of confidence that not only he's going to be okay, everyone will start following the identity together. That is how we start to change what we're going to eat after Fajr. That is going to change how long we spend in the gym. That is going to change how many steps we do on this wonderful track. Not just by somebody coming and telling the entire Jamaat, Haya, from tomorrow, Bana, we're going to change this. No. It takes one story by one story by one story that, Amar, he's changed his identity. I want to do that. So one by one, we change the identity, and with that, we are going to change the identity of our community. But I need your help. It's going to be my lifetime mission until I hit the Kaaba. We are going to change as many lives as possible. We're going to do it. If you'd like to join me on that journey, Bismillah. I look forward to working with you, inshallah. Yes, Uncle.
There is a universal concept of this 10,000 steps a day. How important is it? Why not 8? Why not 12? Why 10?
I'm going to give you the really short answer because I know everyone thinks that I give a majlis after every question. 10,000 steps is not wajib. Not wajib. You don't even need to do the exact amount and go to sleep. Walking itself is something called low intensity steady state. Oh my God, I've started a majlis. Here we go. So with walking, it's a very good exercise to actually burn fat. I don't want you thinking for a second, you track it and it has to be this amount and before that. Don't. Get into that habit so it becomes a standard. That's all I'm asking. Okay? So we have a model that we follow on our program. It's called 1, 2, many. 1, 2, many. What does it mean? Once a week, I want you to do a sport that you really enjoy. See, I told you our program is easy. It's very, very easy to follow. Once a week, do a nice sport that you enjoy playing. Twice a week, make sure you do some kind of strength training, even if it is with bands, or in the gym, or with some light dumbbells even, no problem. And many, what does many mean? 1, 2, and many? Many means as many steps as possible. I know what happens. Like, I'm busy with work, I don't have time. I'm telling you, uncle, we've had people on our program that are bisa nocturnal. Still they've lost the weight. Stressed GP doctors, only sleeping 4 or 5 hours a night. Stressed, lost the weight, got strong. None of them did 10,000 steps a day. Just enjoy your walking. Enjoy the process, guys. Okay? Don't get too het up about the details. Yes.
So what's your take on intermittent fasting?
Intermittent fasting is one tool, one strategy that you can implement. Again, we've had loads of people that have been through our program. Not once have they done intermittent fasting. Have they, Qasim? Do you know why I'm putting my hand on Qasim's shoulder? He's on my program. Sorry, I've just told everyone. MashaAllah, he has done amazing. Huh? Please come and speak to him. Don't believe what I'm saying. Come and speak to him. He has not practiced intermittent fasting, but it is one tool in a massive toolbox that we can give you. If it works for you, fine. If it doesn't, no problem. If you don't want to do it, no problem. However, implementation. So there is something called time-restricted eating. This is actually different to intermittent fasting. There are different forms of intermittent fasting. This is different. There are different forms of dry fasting. This is different. There are different forms of wet fasting. This is different. Who knew all of this? All we knew is doing roju karano, pachi iftar khawano, pachi soi jawano. No, there's more to it. Okay? So with all of this, then there is an application of it, how men apply it and how women apply it, all worlds apart. I've had so many ladies come to us and they say, Ashiqali, this intermittent fasting, don't tell me to do that. You know why? It doesn't work. It doesn't work on me. Little did they know that they were implementing it incorrectly. Once we corrected that, weight flew off.
Suppose you're doing a couple of exercises. For example, in the morning you do swimming, maybe afternoon you go walking, or in the evening you go walking, or you come in the evening play football. So when do you control that? Can you do exercise in couples, I mean, all together in a day, or do you have to do step by step? Sure. Number one. Number two, how do you control your rest? When do you rest? Or you continue doing the exercise every day? Sure.
Okay, hopefully another easy one. So, all these different forms of exercises, if you are enjoying them, please continue, no problem. Oh, I go cycling in the morning, evening I do swimming, I'm a temp. Don't listen to anyone that's asking you to stop. You know, there's a big mental health aspect to it. Don't let anyone stop you from doing these exercises. Don't let anyone tell you overdoing it. You're welcome to, okay? And on top of that, I don't want you to feel that one is so much better than the other one. No. I will say swimming is probably the king though, because it's so supportive of your joints, okay? The only exception where I feel that you might overdo it is strength training, because the muscles require that ability to regrow, redevelop, and preserve itself. Now here, don't overdo it. So especially if you're going heavy, try and aim for about 2 to 3 times strength training a week. This is where I would get that balance. And how do you rest? You need to start listening to your body. As you change your nutrition, different signals and signs start to come through in a way that you've never heard or like felt that communication from your body before. When that happens, you need to understand this is a craving because of habit, or this is sleep because I'm genuinely tired. This, as you go through the program, will become more and more apparent to you. Okay? Just because you mentioned about exercise and training, I want to tell you this. The reason why I go on and on about strength training and working your muscles is that if I am walking, I'm walking around this track, I'm burning fat at that moment in time. When I stop, it stops. Or when I do an exercise class, I do star jumps, or I do a HIIT class, or I'm doing cycling, I'm burning calories at that moment in time. Okay? You got me so far, yeah? The moment I stop, stops. When I do weight training, you're going to love this one. When I do weight training, what happens 1 or 2 days after? And I'm mentioning this because you said it, brother, yeah? What happens when I do weight training 1 or 2 days after sutai to our muscles? What happens? You get the pain, yeah? You get the ache. You know what that is? When you are doing strength training, you are ripping your muscle fibers. You're actually damaging them. So over the next 2-3 days, what the body is now doing, it's self-repairing. Guess what the body needs when it self-repairs? It needs to burn fat, it needs to burn calories. So am I saying that when you do strength training now, even for 45 minutes, that after it is khalas? No. For the next 2-3 days, your body is going to carry on burning fat just because you did 45 minutes of training on the other day. That's like cheat code, man. It's cheating. Why do you think that when I landed here, the first thing I did was take the gents to the gym? Little did they know that they probably burnt more fat over the last few days than they probably have in the last 5 years. Guys, this gym is wonderful, by the way, huh? Please, all of you, get together, encourage each other, have a buddy system, everybody wajib, go and do it. Honestly, if it was my choice, I can't have my dream, but if it was my choice, every single one of you would be following exactly what I'm doing, and every single one of you would be on this program, and every single one of you would be doing 1, 2, and many. Because our community needs it. I can't convince you all, but this is my dream, that we all live life like this going forwards. Yes, any more questions, please? Yeah.
Ashika, I wanted to ask you if we are 60 plus and 65, so our muscles are already weakened, and the lifestyles we are led us so the weakened muscles. So what is the hope that we continue training and they will get back to where we should be at a much better, or is there a limitation to how much they can improve?
One of our oldest clients is 78. 78. I'm really hoping someone will break his record. But he is living proof that it is possible no matter what age. Okay? And you guys were telling me actually, like when we had Niyaz the other day after Majlis, you guys were telling me, look, Amar Chennai, he's in his 90s. Look how he's still volunteering. There is always some kind of exercise that we can be practicing. And even at that point where you're like, I'm struggling to get up from a chair without assistance, I'm telling you, there are strength training routines that you can do. Enough is enough of a restricted identity. I can't do this because of this. I am 60 something, so now I can't do that. Put it in the bin, uncle. Sawaj, put it in the bin. You know, I actually train your son. It's such a pleasure to train him, by the way. At our home gym, he comes every week, okay? And every week I'm trying to brainwash him. That Faz, in your 90s, bro, you're going to be doing this. And inshallah, he will be. And many of you will be as well. Lovely to see you, uncle. Okay, anyone else? Any other questions? I think we stopped there. Oh, yeah, okay, sure.
Just to clarify, or maybe say, you say that J Khau Hoi Khai anytime, all that. Well, we have always heard this, that have your breakfast like a king lunch as a prince and dinner as a beggar. So what would you comment on that?
Never miss breakfast. Never ever. I've heard this so many times. Never miss breakfast. What does breakfast mean? What is breakfast? The word breakfast, what does it mean? Breaking the fast. Ahsan, thank you. Breaking the fast. Who said anything about timing? So if I wait until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, which I have my breakfast, it wasn't linked to the morning. So now applying that have breakfast like a king no longer has the time restriction or the attachment to it. Now we can talk about not breakfast like a king. Now we can talk about when I break my fast, how should I break my fast? So I do a whole module on even like say for example in Maha Ramadan. What do we do? Apa giving that kind Ramadan ma? Tarelu. My favorite stuff and mitai. Okay, fine, no problem. But brother has asked here, should we break our fast like a king? Yes, I will teach you how to do that. How many of us in Maha Ramadan, we finish Eid Avijay Sutre? Oh my God, I put on 5 kilos. You need to learn how to break your fast. You know why? Now, whenever you have your breakfast, 8 o'clock in the morning, after Fajr, 2 in the afternoon, now you got the knowledge. See my point? And the rest of the meals, like you were saying, what did you say? Breakfast like a king, Pachi? What was the other one? Lunch like a prince and dinner is a bit, okay, cool. I would say to you now, with your dinner as a beggar, are you going gym before it or after it? What time is it? What did you have for breakfast or lunch to complement it? How much protein did you have? When did you have the sweet treat that you're going to allow yourself? How much? Did you have a look at the macronutrients? Where are those nutrients coming from? These are the better questions. Because in Surah Baqarah and Surah Ma'idah, what does it say? Eat of the good things that I have given you. And be careful to your duty to Allah in whom you serve. So actually, you can't just go, badu chale. No, he's asked us to reflect. Step back. Think carefully. Select wisely. And then apply your nutrition. Mind, body, and soul.
There's a lot of notion around wheat and gluten, and does your program cover that as well? And what's your opinion on it?
Okay, so with all of these things, wheat, gluten, and say for example, I'm lactose intolerant and all this kind of stuff. I'm actually going to put all of it under one category, which is it's down to the individual, especially if they are seeing side effects or reactions to it. I've been saying this a lot to a lot of the uncles and brothers over the last few days, that inflammation in the body or something that's going wrong is Allah's way of designing the body to give you a signal that you need to take action. Yes? If someone has psoriasis, you don't say, Mara passe psoriasis chair. Hello, Habibi, you've got psoriasis because your body's trying to tell you that it's having a negative reaction. Change it. So when it comes to bread, should I eat bread? Should I not eat bread? You're talking about gluten, you're talking about wheat, different types of bread. First, you need to ask yourself, is it because you have a negative reaction to it? Then you can break it down, trial and error, track the food, make a change. Yes? Some people can take all types of milk. Some people can't take any type of milk. Yes, correct. He's asking, does our program allow us to have whatever we want? It's a non-restrictive program, okay? It's just that we talk about proportionality rather than portion. We talk about timing, and we talk about your objective. Your objective might be completely different to Qasim here at the front. We've got to talk about your journey. Then it's about adapting it. We even, for 1 or 2 weeks, all we need to do is have a look at exactly what you're eating. Why? Because what you consume is your medicine. And if you get it wrong, what you consume could become your poison. Tailor-made. If you want cookie cutter, Habibi, just go and chat GPT it, okay? Come on. Yeah? Thank you.
There's a saying people say, always lunch you skip. Yeah, you only eat breakfast, you skip lunch, and then you have dinner. Yeah. Should we skip at all, or you have to eat a little bit? Yeah. Second, mental. When you are doing executive checkup, for example, you go to hospital. Doctor says always, you have a diet. So you only eat lunch, and then you don't eat anything in between. Then you eat only in the evening. So sometimes we eat lunch, and then we eat samosa, all this, and then so how does it work like that?
So number of meals, anything else? Number of meals, that was it, yeah? And okay, cool. And skipping lunch, sorry, that was it, skipping lunch. Okay, cool. I have done extensive research in the world of hadith and nutrition, with a lot of help from my friends in Qom. They've really helped me in this regard. Okay, and inshallah with your du'as, Hassan Tabibi, inshallah with your du'as, I'm going to release a publication that everyone can benefit from. Islam and food, something like that. We will do that inshallah. Now, we have searched and searched and searched. We cannot find a hadith where it's recommended to even have more than 2 meals a day. Can you imagine if I went and told the Western population that 3 meals is something a bit wrong? Over there, you know what they're taught? Every few hours, hungry? Why wait? Round the corner, Tim Hortons. But I'm a bit hungry again, Burger King. But McDonald's, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on. Have you seen the video footage of the population in UK and America in the 1950s and 1960s? You'll see. Patra. All smiling, no issues. Okay? So I'm not saying you have to skip lunch or you should or anything like that. What we need to talk about is snacking is a big problem. I don't believe in it, and I know I'm on camera, but I get bashed for this, by the way, okay? There's a lot of people that come after me, by the way, with what I teach. All right, but snacking is something we need to talk about and keep under control and understand the concept of it. But certainly eating properly in proper scheduled meals and understanding how many meals you're going to have for that day requires planning and strategizing. So it's not like always you should do that. Whenever I hear that, I always skip my breakfast. That for me is red flag. We need to talk about how we're going to switch it every now and then, okay? But certainly from the hadith point of view, I have not seen where our ai were having 3, 4, 5 meals. And no, they wouldn't do this. They wouldn't do this. There's so much hikmah in the narrations. I could be here all day. Yes.
Assalamu alaikum. Maybe you could give us some tips of the right mindset of keeping the consistency and the discipline level at its par. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, simple. Don't rely on motivation and take every day at a time. Oh my God, that was a really short answer, wasn't it? I'm getting better at this. I'm really sorry, brother. I've forgotten your name, sorry. Sure. It's as simple as that. You've got to take one day at a time. That's it. Was your Tuesday better than Monday? I will ask you. If I coach you, I'm going to ask you. Was your Tuesday better than Monday? You'll say, yeah, too bad. And then I'll say, all right, Shabir, Wednesday, is it going to be better than Tuesday? And you'll be like, oh. By the time Sunday comes, you won't even recognize yourself in the mirror. Because this is habit stacking. I don't want you to think about like long-term straight away. Aste, step at a time, step at a time. I swear to you, hopefully you'll be able to see the videos. The brothers that were coming to the gym, have a look at video number 1 and have a look at video number 3 or 4 this morning. You won't believe it, the things they were doing. Battle ropes and squat thrusters and subhanAllah. Right or wrong? They're here in front of me. In 3-4 days. Doesn't matter what happened on Monday or the first day that I came. Now look how proud he is, how strong. Are you feeling strong, brother? Look, he's feeling so strong. Don't overthink it, one day at a time. Guys, shall I close here? I'm here for question and answer, for in-person question and answer. If you want to take a leaflet, you're welcome to. Any other information that you need, I'm here. I'm traveling to Dar es Salaam, inshallah. I'll be giving similar lectures there. You can follow us on Instagram, as I said. Have a look at our website. All the information is there. Take advantage of the offer that we are doing. We need to lead by example. Again, thank you so much, especially to all the hosts. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sorry, yes. If you do want to purchase these,